Welcome to Pull the Pin Already War Room. As usual, I'm your host Jim, and with me again is Mike. And joining us today is Kaner. You ready for this?
Oh yeah.
So you guys obviously know how this works. We pull some headlines out of the media, and whether you've read them or not, we get to share our opinions. So, are we ready?
I'm just saying a little prayer. Go ahead.
Can you do the prayer without all the grandpa noises?
I know, right?
My kids get on me all the time. Like, why do you always do that? I'm like, I'm old. Where do you get old?
Yeah.
Well, who's the oldest one here? Joe, how old are you? Bueller?
What's that?
That's how old you are. Who's the oldest one here?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so then you are.
We don't discuss that. We don't discuss that here.
All right, let's put.
I don't think I am, but.
Oh, well,
Kaner said, "What headline did you get that question from?"
What news story is this from, bro?
Yeah, exactly. Right.
First headline is who's the oldest one on Pull the Pin Already?
Yeah.
All right, let's move into the first one since you guys don't want to play that game. Recall results shows California wants Newsom to keep the state exactly the same. Yeah, there's some opinion in that, but you get what it is.
Yeah, Okay, what do you think about that, Kaner?
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
I'm a New Yorker, man. I'm now a Southerner, so I don't really have an opinion on it. I don't even follow them because they're their own thing, and I don't care.
Yeah, the people have spoken. You know what I mean? So that's my position on that one. I was watching what's his name, Larry Elder's defeat speech, as they call it. And he did pretty good, but then he started going back on the campaign trail. You can tell he's ready for the next one. But Californians, they've spoken, so they get what they get.
Yeah.
I have Colorado.
What's that?
Or they'll move to Colorado or wherever else.
Texas
there is, depending on where you get your news from, but it does seem to be like a mass exodus coming out of California to different states.
I've got buddies in Colorado, and they're saying that there's a mass exodus to Colorado. So
they were doing that years ago when I lived there. They were doing that when the marijuana came out. That's why Colorado's now like becoming a tech hub too. Yeah.
Well, what I was reading was it's really because of this real estate boom. Also, a lot more people are getting to work from home in America, and now that you can make the same money, that you were in, let's say, New York City or California, but now if you take that money and go someplace like Colorado, you could buy some land and build a nice bigger house and things like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, the only thing I would wonder is it's supposed to be California's supposed to be like beautiful, you know what I mean? So people want to get there, they just can't afford, there. So would people give up the beauty for?
Southern California is gorgeous, man.
Yeah, I don't know all of California, but yeah, I've been to San Diego. I
love San Diego, but I couldn't afford to live there.
So part of me says, who cares? You know what I mean? It's California. They've always been crazy, and who cares? But the other part of me saying, California tends to be a precedent because we have a lot of big companies and stuff in California. A lot of crops and things come from California. Like there's always some trickle over from what California does. So, I mean, it's, I guess, impressive that they even got the recall to go through. So maybe that's a baby step.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any funny business?
It's American politics, man. There's always funny business. Well,
He
we'll
did.
never get to the next topic if you ask that question.
Yeah, I was to say though, but they did show some Republican people that showed up and were told, "No, you already voted." And then that
Oh,
one
yeah.
guy, you remember that one? They found a car. I don't know if it's true or not, because I didn't read into it, but it doesn't surprise me. They found a car with a whole bunch of votes in envelopes and
Yeah.
mail-in votes and drugs
Oh,
and guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
it's true or not, but whatever. No
Is to
surprises.
the, yeah, thank you. I was about to say, even if it's true, hey, I'm not surprised if they find out that that was us. Somebody just made up a story. I'm not surprised.
Right.
That's what
But
we have to deal with in our American political system.
but the voting thing you should be concerned with, because I mean you're already on the side, you're on the libertarian, which doesn't even get a chance to get in the game. But if it's fixed, you're definitely not getting in the game. So you should be the most concerned.
well, whoever stole that $30 billion or whatever probably could fix whatever they want. So
That's true.
what else?
That's true. Yeah. But no matter what, as Jim just spoke on, we're not gonna get a fair chance in the game, no matter what. So, because you guys go up against one party, we're up against two. So, and we don't see a difference between the two. So, actually, we're just up against the entire system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move into another entire system here. Next one. Pentagon confirms top general reassured China during last days of Trump. Did you hear this story?
No. Reassure China of what?
That they would warn them if there was going to be an attack. Because I guess apparently everybody was, well, I don't want to say everybody because I didn't even know it, but people were freaked out because they were trying to use the erection of January 6th as Trump losing his mind. So they were trying to hide the codes and thought he was going to nuke China. And yeah, I guess you didn't even hear about that?
No.
No. Now that you say it, I did read something about China was warned about an attack, but I didn't even go deep into it. Yeah, I did see something, but I didn't know it was like a top general. There you go. Yeah, now it's coming back. You know what? Because I thought it was propaganda because they showed a picture of Trump shaking the hand of the Chinese president. That's what they call it, the president over there. And they said that they were supposed to be warned of an attack or something like that. And I was like, whatever.
I heard something like that too.
Yeah.
I don't really get this whole thing though.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the problem with it is he circumvented the whole Constitution, which is obviously, again, no surprises anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But he took it upon his own self to inform all the people below him that they come to him no matter what anybody says. Normally, the commander-in-chief is the one that says this, but him as the advisor was taking on a role that he was not given, all in the sake of, protect the country from the mad president.
Interesting.
So,
Oh, you're talking about the general?
yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So he actually went and got on the phone, which they're saying is a normal procedure to call the equivalent over there in China.
Mm-hmm.
But he literally told them, we'll let you know if anything's, an attack is going to be launched. Because basically, probably did the same thing they expected. Hey, this guy's crazy, so we're going to let you know. They're probably trash talking Trump just so they get on China's good side, so that when they removed him, they can be like, I wasn't on his team. No, I wasn't on his team.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, Pentagon, see, top
well,
general
they're calling it
reassured China.
treason, Mike. They're calling it treason because he doesn't have the authority to do that and bypass the president, regardless of what they think of the president. So they're calling that treason. But of course, that's only one side calling it treason. The other side saying, "Oh, this is normal business."
Yeah, he's a patriot.
So,
He's a general. He's a patriot.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. How do you feel about it?
I mean, if it's not in the Constitution, like, just bring it. Remember how we like to bring it back into our own house? You know what I mean? Like, if I have this situation in my house where I'm the father, you know what I mean, and I make the rules and everything, it has to come through me, and then somebody in my house decides to say, well, we're going to ignore Dad for a minute, and now it's my rules. Yeah, there's a problem there. There's a problem, whether you think Dad's crazy or not.
Skipping the chain of command.
Yeah, and he's not even in the chain of command. He's an advisor. So he's
seems kind of messed up.
So that means he must have never talked to China, whoever this person or people are in China. This general never talked to anyone in China before.
No, I assume that is normal protocol to
Right.
talk. Obviously they do it all the time. There's obviously, but I think the problem is to tell them that we'll warn them of something before we do it. Like, that's undermining completely. Like, that's the president's call. You know what I mean? Why would you warn somebody? That's going completely against your own country.
It sounds like some Rush Limbaugh shit, man.
Well, the Pentagon's confirming it that there was a conversation.
Yeah, I mean,
Are they doing anything to him?
No, but it's still early. Probably nothing will happen. We know how that.
yeah,
we
but
know how this goes.
I don't see it as I don't know. I guess I would have to know more, but I don't see it as a bad thing. I don't give a damn who the president was, because I know there has to be some communication there before. You know what I mean? And the reassurance, I don't get that. That's a word that's just confusing. Reassure them, hey, don't worry about nothing. Trump's gone. I don't know. What's the reassurance? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? We're not, even if he tells us to push the button, we're not going to do it. I mean,
yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it was.
Really?
Yeah, because Pelosi apparently was involved in this too, and she had a meeting with this guy, and is it Millie? What's the guy's? I forget his name.
Millie Vanilli.
Yeah, but she apparently told him as well that you need to protect the codes from the president.
That's
Yeah, but okay. I'm not gonna even try to counter that, because that wouldn't surprise me either. But if he made the call as president, I just can't see that general saying no, I'm not going to do it. There's protocol for that,
right? And that's what they're saying, that there's a whole constitutional thing about this, and it's not like the president just gets to do that. There is a process. There's people involved.
This topic needs to be put on the back burner and brought up when more evidence is brought up.
Well, you can if you want to research it, but I think it's getting crazy.
More's going to come out, I would assume, though.
Yeah, we'll see what comes out of it. So let's go to something a little more exciting then.
Yeah, let's stay here.
Yeah.
Jim says exciting.
AOC slapped with ethics complaint for accepting free Met Gala tickets.
Get him. It's good for the goose. Good for the other goose.
Did you see any of that?
No, I just saw pictures of her dress. Tax the rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm like, what category are you in there, Skip? You know what I mean? That's the way. How you feel about that, Kaner?
I agree with you. I mean, like, if we're gonna, if they're gonna fry other people for this shit, they need to be fried themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, what's good for the goose? Exactly. Well put.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to zoom in on the dress to see if in between tax and rich was like the word really. So tax the really rich. I mean, I don't know, because maybe she ain't very rich right now, but in a year or two she's gonna be the millionaire just like the rest of them.
Yeah, I was about to say that's the standard up there, man.
Yep. So it's pretty hypocritical, and I think the media or social media blasted her pretty hard. So I'm actually glad. I mean, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere because we know how corrupt the government is anyway, or allegedly. But it's nice to see that it's even being brought up, because her hypocrisy goes. I mean, there's no limits.
Yeah.
That was like a $30,000, $35,000 ticket.
Wow.
And the question is, did she pay taxes on the ticket?
Yeah. Well, would that make a difference?
It was a gift.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Somebody's got to pay, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Job perks, brother.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the funny thing. That's what people don't realize too, is that she's got a salary. What is it, $170 some odd thousand they make, something like that. So that's already a pretty good salary. But don't be confused and thinking she's paying for crap.
Right,
We're
right.
paying for her travel. We're paying for her meals. We're paying
Yeah.
for most of the crap she has.
Yeah.
Probably even housing. She probably gets a housing stipend we don't even know about.
Oh, and a vehicle stipend.
Yep. Medical,
Probably a fucking golf membership too.
probably education,
It's
probably
just-
all that crap we're paying
Mhm.
Just like any CEO of any company, man.
Yeah.
for. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Like I said-
tax the rich.
Yeah. The
And let's
thing
be
is,
real.
if you really look at it, they make way more than what that salary suggests because, like you said, they barely pay for anything. You know what I mean?
Let's be real too. Let's look at that for a second. Like, who in here thinks the rich don't have ways to evade taxes? Like, I was just hearing somebody talking about creating this charitable organization,
Yep.
putting all your money. Like, I think Bezos does this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Bezos? No,
Everybody
it's the other one. Huh?
Everybody does it.
Well,
All
I mean,
the-
but in your face, what's his face? The Tesla. Elon Musk.
Yeah, I think Elon. Yeah.
Apparently, Elon Musk has all his money in a company. He takes like an $80,000 salary.
Yeah.
Mm.
So that's his salary. So nobody could say he's in a high tax bracket. His company gets taxed,
Oh
obviously.
yeah, but he gets free cars though, man.
But you get what I'm saying? So the rich people know the system. In fact, they probably
Right, they do.
are in
you
bed with the
kidding
people who wrote it.
Right.
So
you
why
know-
are people so stupid to think that that message really means anything? Because taxing the rich is stupid because it's really not the rich that's going to be paying all the taxes. It's the little guys who don't make enough to find a way out of the taxes, who can't afford a nonprofit to launder their money through.
Right.
I could get my brother on here. He's a financial advisor, planner, all that shit. It's crazy the shit people do, but just overseas accounts, whatever you got to do. Base your business wherever in the Caribbean.
And I guess we can't. Right, we can't be mad if it's in the rules, right? If they're not breaking a rule,
right.
we can't be
They're-
mad.
they're
Good on you. I just think it's hypocritical for them to, in your face, at a place where rich people are, act like, oh, look, I'm making a statement. Oh, look. And none of those rich people seem to give a damn because they're not going to be paying more taxes.
Right.
No,
Yeah.
no. Because they hire smart people to take care of their shit too.
And they find loopholes.
Yeah.
Look at. I mean, Trump's probably a master at the loopholes.
Sure.
But
Sure. He's probably, yeah, I think he used the bankruptcy one more than one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these rich folks, the Clintons do. I mean, it doesn't. They all do it. So yeah, you're right. They're not going to pay more.
Once you're in the club, you got the money.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
free game there. So.
Yeah, it's like they all do it. I mean, just like this accepting free tickets thing. They all do it. She just got caught. So deal with
Right,
it.
but,
You know
but
what I
she
mean?
tried to turn it. She tried to turn it like she was doing something for a cause.
Right.
Let me wear this dress so everybody thinks I'm here not to enjoy myself. I'm here to make a statement. Like, come
Yeah.
on, people.
Her dress was probably $50,000 too.
Yeah, probably more than that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we beat her to death there. I'm not a fan of her anyway. Mike knows that.
Really? Oh, never heard
yeah.
you say anything about her before.
Yeah, of course. So let's go on to our favorite topic. COVID-19 vaccine to be required for new legal immigrants, but not illegal immigrants.
Kana?
I don't know.
Am I slick?
Hmm?
Or did they see me? Am I being slick?
Top of your head.
Oh.
You're forcing me to swear. I don't want to swear.
You're allowed to swear, just don't do it
It's
too
fucking
loud.
ridiculous, man. What the? It's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. There's a lot of people here against the vaccine, and it's all good. But all those vaccines are getting wasted. Send them down to Mexico or Texas or whatever and shoot all those fuckers up that are coming in. I just don't agree with them coming in as it is, so it's just a touchy subject for me. Well, that's cool. The new ones that's awesome.
Well, what we do to others, others will do to us. Now, I remember when this first started and we had that ban on certain countries coming into the U.S. because of COVID. And then when our numbers started to spike, what happened? They said, hey, what's good for the goose? They said, hey, nah, we're not going to allow Americans in our country. They don't have it under control like we do, So now Americans will be required to get the shot when they go to other countries or before.
Yeah, the fucked up part about that, though, I know some people that have traveled over. Even though you got your vaccine, you still have to get a COVID test, 72 hours, the 72-hour thing, and you have to get it when you come back. So what the fuck's the point of the vaccine if you have to do the test anyways?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because people vaccinated can still get COVID. That's the point.
They vaccinate and they still supposedly carry it, but I'm not an expert, so I don't know for sure. It is
that's why you never hear me really use the word vaccine or whatever. I just say shot, like a flu shot.
Yeah, right. Because it's. So take the illegal part aside. This is the stuff that frustrates me in the general population. Like, no matter where you stand on illegal immigration, this right here just illustrates the hypocrisy that people keep ignoring and continue to just pick sides and say the unvaccinated, the unclean, oh, let's put the little star on them and put them in a train. Like, this is the hypocrisy that just drives me crazy. If the vaccine is that important that everyone's got to get it, business is over 100 people, if you're so dirty and killing people because you don't have a vaccine, why are illegal immigrants not getting it? Why isn't everyone that comes across here? Like,
how are you supposed to give it to illegals?
You got to catch them, right?
Yeah, that's what. Okay, we're the same. Okay, all right.
Well, they are catching them though. But
no, okay. What you're saying is, if we catch them, shoot them up.
Yeah, well, shoot them before we catch them.
No, we're not talking about. Yeah, I know it just sounds bad, but you're talking about give them the shot.
Wait, don't cross it. Let me give you that shot first. All right, now
you're but that also goes to show who's paying for that shot. So either way, I mean, it goes back to the illegal conversation. I'm not for all this illegal.
Paid for.
Sure, and I'm not for all the illegal, but yes, to my point of which I was bringing up, yes, everyone coming in this country should have to get the vaccine if it's that serious to you.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, if it's that serious to the country, yes.
Yeah, if you're going to make American citizens get it, then you need to make everyone coming in here get it. Period.
What is it?
Man, I'm about to go somewhere with this one. I say, well, why don't you just say if someone gets arrested, they should get the shot?
Mm-hmm.
And before you lock them up in jail or prison or whatever, they should have to get the shot.
They get the J&J. They can be our test dummies.
Well, let's be clear, Mike. I'm not for mandating this shot. That's not my,
You're
that's
saying
not my stance.
Since we're going down that road.
I'm saying using their train of thought.
Yeah.
This doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense. It's a clear contradiction, and people are still like,
You know what doesn't make sense, Jim? I watched opening of football this weekend.
Are we going to completely change the subject?
I'm guilty of watching some of the Bills game. And it was a fucking full stadium of most people not wearing masks. I don't know what their protocol was of how I don't know what the deal was, but still, a stadium full of 90,000 people. If COVID's so bad still, are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck anyways?
They're all vaccinated.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad. They shot them up before
they all had proof of vaccination.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. No, that's not true, but
I'm sure it's not, but
and I'll bet you there was some illegals there too, man.
Probably with free tickets.
And no mask.
Right.
And there too.
Well, it is a good point. I didn't want to jump off too, but it is COVID. I was thinking about that too because we've seen a lot of these football games.
Yeah.
So I would think that these are super spreader events, vaccine or not.
I mean, my God, man, they're super duper crazy trooper spreaders, man.
So COVID should be running rampant right now.
And Buffalo's hospital should be like fucking overflow.
True.
We got to get those boats back out to New York.
Yeah. Get them in the Great Lakes.
Cuomo's over there like, I still got my contacts.
All right. Well, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it with the immigration or the illegals because this is a shocker right here. Amnesty bill removes limits on employer-based green cards for an entire decade.
Well,
Wow.
where did this come from?
The news.
You watching did you read it in the National Enquirer or some shit? Is this for real?
You know the news now all looks like the National Enquirer.
Yeah, it does.
That's true. That National Enquirer looks a little more legit than the regular news now.
When the Babylon Bee seems like real news, you know we're in trouble.
Yeah. I would say employer-based green cards for an entire decade. I would have to research that to see if we had an issue with these types of green cards being given out. You know what I mean? Have these been people who committed crimes? Because it might be some of the good immigrants, as we said, right?
But it said this is removing the limits.
Right.
So apparently there were limits on these cards.
Right. So maybe everything was working, so they say, hey, we don't need to have limits. You know,
Or maybe
just
the job shortage or the employee shortage problem.
Because more people will come into the country now and work these jobs. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think. Well, I don't. Maybe you guys know about this, but can you like get a job at a restaurant and then apply for the employer-based green card as a waitress or waiter? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
My opinion would be that you guys have touched base on it already, but with this employee shortage, fuck it, bring motherfuckers in. I just relocated my down to Charleston, South Carolina, and my friend, she's staying in a condo a couple miles away, and it's full of a lot of Brazilians, and they're hardworking people, and they're here to do construction because there's so much construction here. And you know what? They're hard ass working people. So I don't have I don't have a problem with it if most of these lazy fucking Americans that don't want to work and just want to keep sucking the system. I mean, I don't want to say that, but I did because I want everybody to want to work, but if we're having trouble with labor, then
I agree with you, Joe. I mean, I'm not against immigration. I'm not even against green cards, employer-based green cards. I mean, other countries do these things. They do it quite often. In Saudi Arabia, I don't know if any of you got to get out there and see how they work it. I mean, to me, that's a little more like slavery. But when they have a demand or a need, they go to foreign countries. They issue temporary visas, and they put them to work.
I know.
I mean,
that's human trafficking.
Canada has a system something like that too. Canada hooks people up. Pretty well.
One of the differences is when they do it here, you don't see Americans or American companies taking this person's passport.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they do over in those other countries. And that's how they get them to work for their slave labor and everything, because it's not easy for them to leave.
Agree though, Mike? Like this, we're the only country who allows people to walk across the border with no reason to be here and then say, oh yeah, go ahead, go to work. Like, I don't see that happening in other countries. I can't just, well, I mean, maybe under the table stuff, sure.
Yeah.
But I can't just walk across the border in Canada and say, hey, I'm here to be a CEO.
Yeah, but that's why people will die trying to get here, and they don't try to die. They don't even attempt to do things where they might die to get to Canada or some of these other countries we mentioned.
All right. Speaking of dying.
Oh, Justin Bieber.
No. China defector warned U.S. intel agencies about COVID 6 weeks before China admitted outbreak.
I heard that already.
Yeah, I'm about to say this is not new.
No.
No, it's
Yeah.
cool.
They brought this out. That's when they tried to hammer Trump on that stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
And you didn't do anything?
right. It was a hoax.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll move right on because there is some really good stuff going on out there. Warning us about COVID. It's really not important. Where it came from, who cares?
Oh.
What kind of stuff works to get rid of it? Not important.
Mhm.
But
Just
there is a Virginia teacher who says asking kids to behave is white supremacy. Anyone? Bueller?
I didn't hear that.
Oh, it's real. I've seen it. I seen the video. She did an actual video. Yeah.
She says who's she saying it to?
I think it's like, I don't know if it was a TikTok
Hold
video or
on. Wait,
whatever,
Jim, wait.
What?
Dana, why did you ask that question? 'Cause does it matter?
Well, she's saying it at a Klan meeting.
And who the fuck's gonna listen to her? Is this the lady that got fired or some shit for that shit?
Probably.
She didn't get fired. Not yet.
Mm.
I think I heard
Kids
some.
to behave. Virginia teacher says asking kids to behave is white supremacy.
Yeah, that's almost, that's not an exact quote there. Obviously, it's not a quote, but it's almost like she did say that. She was saying literally that's a white colonist kind of thing, and it's just perpetuating white supremacy.
I think Mike.
Like she
So-
used the word white supremacy.
So if you and I, all three of us are teachers, and you guys in the classroom ask your children, your students to behave, and I did the same thing, you guys are wrong because that's demonstrating white supremacy.
Mike, I don't think you're looking at this the right angle. Let's
Okay.
turn this to the other side of the classroom.
Okay.
Are you saying that kids who aren't white just misbehave because they're allowed? I mean, like that's what their cultures do? Like, what are you saying? Like, you don't think that African tribes have rules and boundaries and
Right,
kids
right.
that behave? And like, what are you talking about?
Right. But no, getting back to what I said. oh man, you need to. I wish we could like click that one and just put like a bookmark by it. So we got to come back to that one. We have
Well,
to
I
come
mean,
back to that one.
It was a simple video she made.
Yeah.
And it just goes to show you, to me, like Mike, many episodes ago, I would have probably argued tooth and nail that this is not a racist country. I would have argued with you and said, no, I don't think it's a racist country. I think there's racism. Of course, you're going to have it everywhere. But the more times I see these lunatic left-wing, I'm going to call them left-wing because I don't know any better, white liberals talking like this, that's racism, right? Like that's, she's trying to tell everybody that you're a racist, but literally she's being racist. So I have to believe, whether ignorant or intentional, there probably are a lot of racists in this country. They just
Wow.
don't realize it.
Wow, you just dropped the mic on that one.
We all are concerned,
She's white.
but on this
Yes.
show, we have several.
Yes. Well, now I'm gonna let you guess what color her hair is.
that are represented. And I'm talking about teachers that have been in public education.
I have no clue.
I
If
don't
I
even
had
remember.
to guess,
I don't
Wow.
remember, but I know it wasn't a natural color. I don't think it was.
yeah. Oh, definitely blonde.
No, I'm thinking more in the other spectrum of colors,
Oh, okay.
in the rainbow spectrum.
Yeah.
behaviors, we have to ask ourselves, okay, well, what are those positive behaviors? And it's things like making sure that you're following directions.
Is that a
making sure you're
dude?
sitting quietly
That's
and
the
you
teacher.
are in your seat.
Oh, I thought it was a woman.
These things that come from white culture. The idea of just sitting
Sorry,
quiet,
dude.
being told stuff and taking things in a passive stance is not a thing that's in with many cultures. So if we're positively enforcing these behaviors, we are by extension positively enforcing elements of white culture, which therefore keeps whiteness at the center, which is the definition of white supremacy.
I don't even know.
Yeah, I thought it was a woman. I'm sorry.
You gotta
dude.
start
Sorry.
putting these clips in because it makes it more interesting. That's, oh my God. Just look at the person saying it, and I'll say no more.
I thought it was a woman. Sorry.
It is a woman.
Is it?
It was a woman, yes.
Oh.
Dude looks Dude looks like a lady. Looks like a dude.
I don't. Then I'll forget it. I'm just gonna stop right now. Let the video speak for itself.
That silly fucking bitch on the soccer team.
Yeah.
We won't
Okay.
know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fair enough. So, Mike, I mean, were you ever taught to do any of that white supremacist stuff?
Well, the majority of the teachers when I was growing up were racist.
Oh, right.
Yeah. I can
Yeah,
prove it.
They pushed that white supremacy, like order, discipline stuff on
That's
you.
That's it.
I get it.
If you had talked to me about 3-4 minutes ago, I would have said, "Nah, they were all cool." But now,
So let me ask you a serious question. Were your parents racist too?
who?
Your parents,
Parents?
did they make
Oh.
you? Did they make you like sit and listen to them when they're talking or anything like that?
No, they were just haters.
Oh, so they let you just run about and just hated. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. It's funny you should, man. That's a topic for another day, though. But yeah, I can do an episode on that.
On your
If
hating
somebody,
parents?
no,
Oh.
as far as like the racism, that being racist, what she was saying, yeah, I can talk for days on that one.
So
Because I can tell you about some of the teachers I had, and had they been a different race, people would have a different perspective.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
By
it's interesting.
you saying that, does that make you racist?
To some people, yeah.
No, of course not. He's a person of color. He can't be racist.
That's true.
White
too.
power is what makes you racist. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not your really color. You color your skin. It's
Now that you brought this up, I do remember seeing this on like Barzino show or something, and it's fucking unbelievable.
John Bon Jovi doing another concert where?
New York City, bro. How the fuck are these flies getting in here, man?
Are you ready for the last one? This one's not
No.
bad, Mike. I'm telling you, it's not bad. This is
Jim,
not bad.
just hit it, man. You know I don't trust
Not
you
bad.
anyway. Just hit it.
Chernobyl's nuclear fuel is smoldering again and could explode.
Get the heck out of here.
It's in the news.
No, I say that because I did it, not me, but I was in the class and someone did a report on that. And they said that the reason why they don't let anybody back in there is because it can explode again or erupt, whatever they said, erupt again. And I was like, really? I thought it was like one and done, dude. You know? And this was like, man, I want to say high school. I don't think I was in college yet. So, wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
Yep.
They knew what they were talking about then.
Well, is there some divine intervention? Is timing going to play a role, or?
Oh, okay.
Is it going to
Could be.
Convenience?
Little wag dogs, you know, it happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, that's interesting though, man. It jogged the memory. They said that that's why they will never go in and clean it up and do all of that stuff like they've done in other areas because it can come again.
Yeah. Well, I'm just impressed you made it to college. So that is all the time we have for this episode of War Room. I want to thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks, Joe, for joining us. Thank you all for watching. Hope you had a good time. And until next time, Godspeed.
Hey, and pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here. Pull the pin already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.